2008 and the Olympics 24-hour winner, now Le Mans winner for the second time, James Allen.
My name is James Allen. It was my dream ever since I was a kid in Australia to come and race the 24 Hours of Le Mans. I've loved the cars, loved the race itself, and just the whole concept of racing for 24 hours. I mean, Daytona was definitely a very interesting weekend for everyone at Proton. The car was obviously very new, so we had some pretty serious kinks to work out at the start of the weekend, but we got the car together, we got the car on track for the race, and like Fred said to us, actually, we could just use the 23 hours as a practice session and then go for the win at the end, and that's exactly what we did.
To the line! Whoa! Who gets it? Allen gets it! Allen gets the line!
I think those last few laps, I could see that we definitely had good straight line speed. That was one of the big advantages of our car at the time. And I could see that the penultimate lap, I had got a good slipstream on Ben and got around him. But I'd actually, going through the banking of Speedway 3 and 4, the last two banked corners, I'd actually missed a gear. And I still was able to get alongside him. So I knew that if I had had a good run and everything went well, everything went to plan, I got the good run out of the bus stop and everything went well, that I would be in front by the line. It wasn't about trying some crazy dive bomb or trying any sort of unbelievably risky move. It was just doing what I knew was going to work. Won at least one race with every single team I've driven for. And I think, considering some of those teams I only did one race for, it's not a bad achievement to have. I have my own preference of how a car feels, what I'm comfortable with, but I also think being a successful endurance driver is a testament to adaptability, because while you may have the way you like a car, your two teammates might not. You know, in Formula 1 and Formula 2 you have two teammates, but they are competing with each other, really. At the end of the day, you need to beat your teammate. Whereas in endurance racing, because it's three drivers in the same car, anything you can do to help your teammate will then improve your performance. So there is always motivation to bring the team together and be positive and make sure that everyone in the car is comfortable. And I think that's a very nice thing to have in endurance racing.
The 45 Algarve Pro getting the win here in Monza. I mean, you've got to be pleased with that, because it's been a really, really difficult one for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the heat, even like last week, has been crazy. A lot of people have been getting out sweating a lot. It's been really tough, but yeah, no, I mean, the car was fantastic. We did take a risk at the end with not taking tyres, and the car was vibrating a lot, and I was wondering every right-hand corner, is this the lap it's finally going to go? But it held on for the whole race, and I can't thank the boys enough. It was a fantastic effort from everyone.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
I think a trap a lot of people fall into is trying to then go faster than they already know they can to try and make that up, and then a lot of mistakes come. You kind of just have to be confident that what you're doing already is enough to win. I mean, in practice and qualifying and the build-up to the race, you know where your place is, generally. And yes, it is quite hard to make up a 30-second, 1-minute disadvantage from an incident at the start of the race, but nothing you really do is going, like, you can't push 110% all of a sudden. Like, if you're already doing as much as you can't then try to take more. So you just kind of have to. There is an element of luck, of course, like a safety car will save your race in a situation like that, but you really just kind of have to plug away and hope that it comes back to you, and if you have done everything right, if other people do make mistakes, then it does come back to you. And then like I said, it is a long race. It's not so much you have time to catch up, it's more there is time for other people to make mistakes as well.
I'm of the opinion your career will always come first to me. There's so much effort, time, determination, sacrifice. There's so much that's gone into getting him where he is.
So this is Amber, my fiance, of 3 years coming up.
I'm a PR and communications manager in motorsport. I think particularly this year, drivers and teams have been incredibly respectful and welcoming of that. So I'm pretty happy, particularly like WEC. He's come to WEC with me and it's good. It works for both ends because he can network, he can spend time with the people he needs to, and I can work and then still go home and have dinner together.
The thing is, you like to work with drivers more than you like to necessarily work with manufacturers.
Yes.
So I think that's a big thing. Like that's sort of, in a way, has created a lot less conflict because obviously, if she's working for a manufacturer and I get signed to a manufacturer that's competing with them, obviously for them that's a conflict of interest, and that makes things very tough. So for her to be working just specifically with drivers and teams as well, like not just drivers and not just manufacturers, that's a sort of third element to it. It can definitely ease a lot of that conflict.
We talk about racing a lot, like a lot, and I think because my focus isn't necessarily Europe, I kind of cover off the America-Australia side of racing, and he covers off Europe. So we've got the globe covered.
Yeah, we all have. Well, both together, we definitely have a good understanding of what's happening. Whether it's not even limited to endurance racing, whether that's V8 supercars or IndyCar or
DTM.
DTM, Formula One, everything. Really, we sort of are able to keep track of it.
You are speed. You know, like from Cars. I
showed her Cars last year, after a year of refusing to watch it, and now she loves it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we've had the pace, I think, ever since we've been qualifying. Like, the car's always been really quick. Like Kiffin said, he just sort of camped it clean, and so did Alex. And I think the big part was the pit stops, actually, because there were a few under safety car where everyone had to come into the box, and we really needed some good stops from the boys to make sure we kept that position. And Alex did a fantastic job to bring it home at the end. So really proud of everyone in this team. They did a fantastic job.
I think everything I've learned specific to endurance racing has been from my teammates. Like I started, I was a kid coming from Formula Renault 2 Liter. I've had to learn from very experienced drivers like Richard Bradley and Ben Hanley, Alex Lynn, even like my current teammate now. I'm still learning things from him, and I think even them in some cases are learning things from me. So it's you're never really not learning about something new. Especially in something like a 24-hour race, there's always one mistake, one situation you've never seen before, and most likely no one else has ever seen before, where you experience that and you say, okay, what would I have done differently? And then you can, I guess, impart that wisdom to someone else. And sure, it might not be worth anything to them in the long run because they never encounter that situation, but if they do, it can save your race. It can be the difference between winning and losing.
We have started the race. We have started the race.
So key thing here is, does everybody get away? Let's hope no dramas at this stage. Good luck, everybody.
I should be in a hypercar next year because I've performed consistently with the last 6-7 years in LMP2. I've got several wins. I've been on the podium the last 3 24 hours of Le Mans back to back to back. I've won the last 2. I've won the 24 hours of Daytona. Every big race apart from the 12 hours of Sebring, which I've never done, I've won in. So I'd say that I deserve the shot in a hypercar. I absolutely deserve to be given the opportunity, and yeah, I don't think anyone would disagree with that. And for sure, ever since I was a little kid, like I said, I came away from Formula Renault as soon as I could because I wanted to race Le Mans. I wanted to win Le Mans. That's been the goal ever since I came over to Europe, and that's what I came here to do, and that's what I want to do. And I'm going to put everything I can into achieving that, for whoever that is.